The Department of Consumer Affairs on Monday announced guidelines for electronic commerce platforms to fight the menace of fake reviews and ratings through automated and manual moderation. The guidelines are an attempt to filter out biases, fraudulent posts, and inappropriate language, and also verify the authenticity of the reviewers on e-commerce platforms. The set of regulations was launched jointly with the Bureau of Indian Standards or the BIS and will be applicable to every online platform which publishes consumer reviews. The guidelines will come into force on November 25. The standard will initially be voluntary compliance for all e-commerce platforms operational in the country. When made mandatory, any violation will invite punishment for unfair trade practices or violation of consumer rights. The standard prescribes specific responsibilities for the review author, the review administrator, as well as for organizations. The review author is responsible for confirming acceptance of the terms and conditions and providing contact information. The review administrator's responsibility is to safeguard personal information and train staff. Organizations will also have the responsibility of developing a code practice and necessary stipulation for terms and conditions like accessibility, criteria, and ensuring that content does not contain financial information, etc. Under the new regulations, all reviews should include the publishing date and star rating. Platforms will have to appoint review administrators who will moderate reviews either manually or using automated tools. Consumers won't be allowed to edit their reviews or use inappropriate language, and authors giving fraudulent reviews should be restricted from repeating the same. Finally, e-commerce platforms must provide full disclosure of all paid consumer reviews of products and services. But why were these regulations necessary? And why have fake reviews become so rampant? Salman Waris of Tech Legis Advocates and Solicitors explains.
So during the pandemic, most of the purchases were being done online. Now, with the volumes and the competition being so high, the only method of verifying a particular purchase or the deciding factor at times for consumers is the review of people who have bought it earlier. So that's when these reviews come into play, and they are at times a deciding factor in majority of the cases. In post-pandemic days, obviously the online purchases declined. Now consumers have other options as well. But again, to attract consumers and ensure the sale, some of the online platforms have indulged in this practice of getting fake reviews.
Speaking of the major challenges in countering the practice of fake reviews, Karan Taurani of Elara Capital says keeping track of the reviews and the sellers which encourage them can be a major challenge.
If you look at all these platforms, most of the platforms are marketplace-led models, wherein you really don't know in terms of who the resellers are. I mean, there are like multiple resellers that most of the platforms engage with. And that's why, it becomes like a challenge to, kind of counter these fake reviews. And India is a very large market. I mean, in terms of smartphones, mobile penetration is phenomenally high. So this is a problem which is an ongoing problem. It is not just in the e-commerce space. It is there across the board on social media, video OTT apps, any platform where you need to actually pay money, right? To get the number of subscribers, there are a lot of bots and fake reviews and a lot of fake customers which are there. So tracking this becomes complicated because India as a market is very big. It's multilingual market, too many languages which are there over here.
Varis believes there might be other factors at play here as well.
As far as the platforms themselves are concerned, at times the fact that the volumes, it's a volumes game, and the number of sales that are made on a particular platform, the platform earns revenue out of it. So at times they may also look the other way and claim that they have practical problems in actually implementing and enforcing some of these new guidelines, or for that matter even in terms of verifying the reviews itself.
Taurani of Elara Capital also points out that the rampant rise of fake reviews might have major financial implications for e-commerce platforms. Platforms like Amazon have been battling fake reviews for a long time, mounting legal challenges on sellers and fake review websites since 2015. In such a scenario, e-commerce platforms are expected to welcome the regulations by the Department of Consumer Affairs. However, it is still to be seen if the standards can prove effective against the ever-evolving tactics of fake reviewers and sellers who promote such reviews.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.